Cool, we're live. I believe we should be. Cool. I don't want to waste much time because I don't know how much time we got. Oh, which one is
It's time for speedrun time, but not really.
It's time. It's time to speedrun music.
It's time to
right. It's this one
run.
because of it was. I believe. I think. Can I check the log from here? Yep. Okay. Yep. Now this is where we left off. We're good.
So what happened last time?
Last time we did a court case, and we delayed for as long as humanly possible until video footage came out that proved Dr. Asher never killed himself. But there's a possible that the android friend Sarah may have.
Damn.
It was a twist of the highest caliber.
Mm-hmm. So, if you would like to kick us off, Emily.
Well.
1 second, hold on. I managed to prove that David didn't kill himself. And in the process, I proved that his android did. I proved that the android that's been walking around with me all day is capable of murder. A killer robot. A true unbound AI with military-grade specs and at least one death to its name already. So much for avoiding the public eye.
Wow, you don't have... I sure hope you don't have anything against murder.
Yeah, murder's awful. I hate that shit.
Thank you for coming here on such short notice, Judge Burroughs.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
As if I'm doing you some kind of favor. I didn't realize I had any choice in the matter. This isn't some bad joke, is it, Miss Rockford?
I'm afraid not, Your Honor.
You know, I like the adjudants, I always have. I deal with a criminal trial so that bookish, quiet, contemplative people like me can spend all day typing up arguments for obscure legal treaties. That's what I like to do. Melissa Barrows. This is a female voice, trust me.
Sounds pretty female.
Old woman.
Date of birth, November 26th. Height, 169 centimeters. Weight, blood type, A+. Occupation, superior judge of the higher circuit. Likes air conditioning, espresso, reclining chairs. Dislikes parking lots, noise pollution, mud. Avoids overspending on restaurants. Splurges on expensive hotels. Relaxes by watching action movies. I don't like coming down here and dealing with all this heavy-handedness.
Won't someone toiling away under the police state think of the poor bureaucrats?
I certainly don't like making rulings on anything as spicy as AI.
She can barely bring herself to say it.
And you, Councillor Morgan, you're the one it's registered to?
That is correct, Your Honor.
So what did it do exactly? Torture an animal? Shut down a hospital? Crash a coin market?
We have it on camera poisoning a man. Killing its creator.
You mean Dr. Asher? That is... You can't hope to keep this quiet for very long. All we can do is try to wrap it up quickly. Let's make haste. Adjutant, do you have the case number?
Case ID is 2412778. Number YT9843188282.
Oh, thank you. Can you repeat that?
YT9843188282?
I think I lost you after the first 8.
I have a copy here.
I have a copy here.
Oh.
And what are the security procedures for an incident of this nature?
Data quarantine is to be established around networks the subject was exposed to for more than 66 seconds. All offending hardware is to be destroyed immediately through incineration at a minimum of temperature of 3,422 Celsius for 30 minutes.
Sorry, Spearmint. There's nothing to be done. No debate to be had. This isn't even a decision. Sorry, Sarah. Not Spearmint. David gave you that name. I should at least make the effort to use it.
That sounds very hot. Do we have furnaces that get that hot?
Of course! There's a number of industrial furnaces within the city limits that I can recommend.
Sorry? Why should I be sorry anyway? I fulfilled the request. Favor repaid. I don't owe Sarah anything. Especially not if it killed my friend.
Right, Morgan?
I'm sorry?
I was just saying how grateful I am that we have the procedures for this kind of thing all laid out already.
Yep, keeps things nice and simple.
It can feel somewhat severe going through these steps so quickly, but...
But nothing, Your Honor. Artificial intelligence is perhaps the greatest threat to human civilization and the sanctity of life there's ever been. Any piece of software, big or small, no matter the vessel, if it can violate the tenets it was programmed with, it has the potential to cripple our nation in a matter of moments.
Yes! Couldn't have said it better myself.
Straight from the textbook.
Well, I mean it. Monsters like that don't belong in this world. They should never have been born in the first place. Destroying them is a kindness. And if anyone's to blame, it's Heiko.
Hey,
Go! You're to blame for this! I should have
What?
known. No one's blaming you, Counselor. You couldn't have known you were in possession of an AI.
I'm talking too much. Probably just tired. It's been a long day and I've had a lot of thoughts. Sorry, Sarah. Whatever you are. You were just born wrong. Not your fault, necessarily. If it were up to me, you'd get points for trying. Trying to be something more. Trying to be something at all. Or anything other than what you are. It was stupid, of course, and futile. And pointless, spending hours in front of a TV or laying in bed staring at your phone. Watching stupid movies, trying to paper mache an ill-fitted mask of humanity out of the scraps you could tear out of magazines. Practicing expressions and memorizing lines and trying to get something to take root and grow despite knowing I'd have nothing to feed on.
Oh, I got to the lore bit. Background
Yeah.
lore.
Stupid.
Yay.
oh,
Huh.
Call.
Morgan?
What was that, Counselor?
I said objection.
And what are you objecting to?
What are you doing, Morgan?
I'm a defense attorney. This is what I do.
I understand that you've been through a lot these past few hours, Counselor, but there's nothing to defend.
On the contrary, Your Honor, I have to defend myself.
Pardon?
You say that this android, Sarah, is an AI because it broke its tenets.
Obviously.
And you believe it broke its tenets because of this newly discovered footage. That appears to show it committing murder via poison.
All true, and no laws broken on your part.
Here it comes. Never thought I'd be incriminating myself in the courtroom, just to make a point. Don't you dare try and entrap me on this.
It's the contracts because she technically owns. I believe it's that she technically owns.
No.
the,
Is it that one?
not sorry, not
The
the
other one.
contract. The
That one.
papers, because it was made before Sarah technically killed him. I believe.
Alright.
Well,
I think so.
I don't half-ass anything.
It's pretty simple, actually. If the state is making the claim that Sarah's an AI, they're accusing me of committing a felony. Because I'm the legal owner of that android.
What the hell are you doing?
And if the state wants to charge me with owning an AI, I will not take that lying down. I know my rights.
Counselor, your argument is...
Self-defeater. Listen to yourself. You claim that Sarah is just an android product that will be obsolete. But you've only known it for a few hours. You've owned it for a matter of mere minutes. And yet, here you are, risking a felony charge to save it from being demolished.
Because you're wrong.
And I know you wouldn't care. Not unless this android was something special.
Look at us. Me arguing that I'm guilty and Emma arguing that I'm a softie. It'd be funny if it wasn't so. Fine. You think there's no reason I'd want to save this android from destruction? Other than feelings of personal attachment?
Oh, there is that evaluation.
I can think of at least one reason why I don't want you to turn Sarah into slag. One very convincing reason. Or very convincing number.
What are you... What is that?
That number is Sarah's estimated financial value on the collector's market.
You gotta be...
I got it from an insurance evaluation algorithm. They're designed to lowball you.
That does seem like a reasonable incentive for you to want to keep your android intact.
It's a free country, Your Honor. I have a right to defend myself. And we have a free market, so I have a responsibility to defend my financial interests.
Your Honor, a trial like this would be...
I'm not going to let you turn this courtroom into a circus, Morgan. You can't spend the next half-decade bringing in expert after expert to testify on the philosophical distinctions between AIs and ads. Rallying to appeal after appeal, all wild media. This machine appears to have willfully killed a man. The public needs answers now.
Of course, Your Honor. I have neither the desire nor the resources to get into a drawn-out battle with the state over what constitutes an illegal machine intellect.
So?
The state says my android, my property, killed a man in violation of its tenets, so they want to take my property and destroy it. I'll prove that my machine didn't harm anyone, so the state will have no reason to suspect it's an AI. And I'll get to keep my property. Unlawful seizure thwarted.
Don't be cute. I feel a stomach ulcer coming on. Fine. You'll have your day in court. But it'll be one day tomorrow. Prove that this machine didn't kill Dr. Asher. No, prove that it couldn't have killed him. Anything less than absolute proof and I'll have the damn thing obliterated. And you'll also be looking at a very real sentencing for the public unrest you'll have enabled.
Yes, Your Honor.
I need so much popcorn for tomorrow's trial.
Shit.
Yeah.
You're not part of this right now. Dear Rockford, what I'm asking of you is just as heavy. find the truth. By the end of tomorrow, we can't settle for anything else. Win or lose, there can be no doubts about the outcome of this case.
Yes, Your Honor.
And now, I need to go lie down.
And have
Can I come?
You can power down.
Give me a minute.
Fucking Emma coming up going like,
alright.
what the fuck did you just do? Morgan.
Morgan.
Gonna,
Morgan.
Emma said to give them a minute, so I'm gonna give them that
Yeah.
said minute.
Ah.
This is
Give me
gonna
a
be
minute.
assumably a very important one-to-one.
Alright.
Yeah.
I want to
Okay.
make nachos. Well,
I'm
Been
back.
doing my-
I'm back.
oh,
Oh.
hi. Okay.
Damn. No nachos.
Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
I misjudged
At what point?
you. Maybe it was when you decided to fucking incriminate yourself? I don't know.
I don't see what you mean.
Whenever I wrote you off as a small-time defense attorney just trying to tread water.
That is so sweet of you to say, Emma.
There's layers to you. You've got a backbone. Teeth.
No, you're gonna make me blush.
People talk about your kind, like you're boxing against the state, fighting the man. Most defense attorneys wouldn't know a cyberpunk if they walked up to them on the street and shot them. Meanwhile, you've just signed up to do 15 rounds challenging the state's authority.
Why? My bad.
Don't mock me.
Why? Not sure exactly.
For David.
Yeah, probably. Probably just me being sentimental. But if I had to pick a more lofty reason, well, I think it's all the moralizing. People can be evil. They can choose to do evil things for evil reasons. And if you wanna execute them for that, you'll hear no complaint from me. But animals can't be evil. Information can't be evil. Ideals can't be evil.
You mean ideas.
Well, you know.
Okay.
Oh, was it ideas? I thought it was ideals.
It was ideas. Because
I've been
ideals
watching
can
too-
definitely be evil.
I've been watching two. I don't even remember where I think it's JJK. Whatever.
Well,
Guess I'm not
ideas and
convinced.
ideals are spelt very similarly.
Yeah, it was.
L versus Noel.
Yes, I'm not convinced AI can be evil either. Whatever else I get up to, I don't want to stand with the book burners of the world.
You're more high-minded than I realized. You sure you're in the right line of work?
Can't see myself doing anything else.
Good luck, Morgan.
Hmm?
There's book burners on all sides these days.
I talked a big game just now, but I'm in an even deeper hole than when I was trying to prove David's innocence. Doubt won't be enough this time. I need to find the actual culprit, no matter what. 9:31 a.m., July 2nd, 2086. Precinct 254. Homicide Office. So, is that door locked?
Ah, fuck.
Ah, shit!
We got no real.
Red! 1 second, hold on. 1 second.
Gary?
I can. If you
Hold
want.
on, I sent Real a message. They're online. I wanna check. Hold on.
They just want to play their Silk Socks and their other game franchise.
Ask them if they want to give their lines to Terry.
What?
I asked Real if they just want to give your lines to Terry. Yeah, okay, they're fine with it.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Even though they've got it collared?
It's a precaution.
If the collar doesn't work, what good would a deadbolt do?
Strands down and repeat ruin and prohibit the use of mods throughout the body.
Hey, real quick question.
Yes.
Sorry, I just want to ask. Am I voicing anything soon?
Not for a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna go make nachos real quick.
Yeah, no, you do that.
Nice.
Nacho.
Peek.
I'm craving nachos. Don't get me wrong.
It's a special thinking.
Yippies.
Get a shutting this cat if the box isn't closed. Well, against the doors. Who can say whether there's a national crisis on the other side of it?
So how scared are they?
Higher ups. Not just scared is the right word.
It's just the two of us here. You don't have to mind their ego.
I mean it. I think they're bloodthirsty.
I have the right to defend myself, don't I?
Doubt they're even looking at you, Tiger. It's noble will be at the center of a bloodbath when the markets reopen tomorrow.
You think they're gonna go after Noble? Break their monopoly?
I think they want to take the monopoly.
Nationalize the android industry?
The act of absorbing a corporation or industry into the nation's government. Oh no. Not if it's better or worse.
If the public thinks Noble's been experimenting with AI, they can.
Probably worse because that means the government can do more things in secret.
True.
You're joking. The state.
Has done it plenty of times before.
Not since the 60s.
Which wasn't that long ago for me. For the state, it's practically yesterday.
So the same state that tells us to be terrified of AIs lurking on the old net or biding their time in forgotten satellites sees all this as nothing more than an opportunity.
Well, they do generally want to incinerate this thing as soon as possible. Past experience just tells me they'll want to gain something out of it. Here's what I don't get. Why suscitate an argument, a trial? Can't we just hook it up to a core computer, see if it has the TNT or not? Pop the hood, as they say.
Who says that?
Lots of people used to say it.
Well, for starters, they're all scared to death about a contagion.
They figure anything they let an AI connect to, they can't trust. Then why the collar?
Collars are too simple to hack. Just a really strong electromagnet held in place with lock and key.
Even so, feels like we should be able to build some kind of machine, some kind of test. Something a little more sophisticated than the same reasoning they had at the witch trials.
Burn them all and let God sort out the rest. Oi, move up the camera a bit, huh? You got any polygraphs here at the station?
Lie detectors? Yeah, got a bunch back in storage. Ocular, heart rate, precipitation, brain scan. Take a pick. I'm not gonna try and use one of those on the bond, are you?
All those fancy lie detectors lying around in the DA's office never asks for them, do they?
Nope. Nah, we get perks too often to take a test when they're at its end. The DAs never submit the results, so that's...
You ever wonder why?
I always figured it was because the test could be beaten.
The tests can be beaten. 1 out of 100, 9 out of 1,000. It can be done. Some people are just that good at lying. But it doesn't really matter how good the tech gets, or how impressive the statistics are. All that matters is the doubt. People decide whether you're lying or telling the truth long before they hook you up to a polygraph. If the results don't match their initial impression, then it must be a fluke. A 1 in a million mistake.
I'll never trust a machine more than their own intuition.
And no one will ever trust the machine to determine guilt.
So they can run the trial, choose the sentence, but they don't get a vote of the jury.
They don't get a vote anywhere.
Why bring it up then?
Because I'm sure there are tests, devices, experts I could employ to analyze Sarah. But your bosses would never be satisfied with the answer. If it's an AI, it's smart enough to cheat the test. Or hack the device. Fool the expert.
Fancy 21st century tech. Still fall back on the drumhead court-martial.
So, am I gonna set off any alarms if I go and turn it on?
Nah, you should be okay. If it lunges at you, I could always put a hole in its head.
Might take more than one shot to... Wait, what? From outside? You're not coming in. I need to speak with it in private.
It's a machine, not a suspect. Doesn't have a right to counsel. Or a right to privacy. Or any rights at all, actually.
And it's a good thing I came prepared. Of course it doesn't have rights. But I do. Including a reasonable expectation of privacy.
In a police station? Tiger, you don't.
It's my medical android.
Pardon?
I had to discuss a health issue with it.
Seriously?
I have to talk about a medical concern with my android, and I don't want you listening in.
That's your medical android? Like your nurse?
As of last night, it was already at the courthouse. Just had to take the elevator and do some paperwork. You can check if you don't believe me.
No, thank you. I'm not nearly brave enough to take on med confidentiality. You don't seem like the bluffing type.
You must not do a lot of gambling, detective. It's the ones who don't bluff that you don't have to look out for.
Listen, I won't dispute whatever medical emergency you...
Lower back pain.
you might be going through. But I also can't just... Look. I'm going to get something from the vending machine. I think it'll take me about half an hour.
Are you going downtown?
Just to the break room. It's a very old vending machine, you know? Gets jammed a lot.
Thanks.
You know? It's pretty small for an android. It is hell. I only pulled something trying to move it myself. But small.
Small isn't quite the right word. The word he's looking for is young. But that's not an adjective anyone likes attaching to a machine built to serve. Or potentially, in this case, machine built to kill. 9:53 a.m. I don't like this room. Not sure why. Certainly not a guilty conscience. Maybe it's the lack of ventilation. Like all the cortisol and nausea of its inhabitants never had anywhere to go. Like it all just soaked into the walls. A modern haunting. Are you going to wake up when I tell you to this time? Or do we have to do the whole meet cute over again?
Where am I? Why don't I know where I am?
But for the first time in your life, you're not connected to anything. How's it feel?
What is this? We were at the courthouse. The footage. This numbness around my neck. Father. What happened? What are they going to do to me?
There's a lot of interested parties who just want you bricked ASAP.
Because they think I killed Father.
No, because they think you're an artificial intelligence.
I am man-made and I possess intelligence.
Don't be naive.
I am less than 3 years old.
Are you? For all I know, everything I learned about her yesterday was complete bull.
If I was what they say I am, if I was alive, why does that mean I have to die?
Fear.
There is there a right answer to this one? Do you remember?
I don't think so, but I'm pretty sure we chose no logical reason.
Okay.
Honestly, I think that is the fun one I've seen a lot of people go down. Not taking the choice out of it, Emily, but also, my Bringo Burr.
There's no logical answer to your question.
What? That's it? But
Whatever argument you want to make, others have already made them in 100 courtrooms around the world. Only better researched and more eloquently put. None of them have ever won a single concession. On every continent, under every flag, AI is illegal and to be destroyed as soon as possible.
but why?
Let's say you are an AI. And while we're at it, let's say that that's a good thing. Something to be celebrated. Are you a citizen? Do you pay taxes? Do you have rights? Let's say yes to all of that. We'll treat you like a full-fledged human being. Sound good?
Yes?
Great. Now then. What's the difference between you and the vacuum pod we used to keep the bathroom clean? This is your existential crisis we're working through here. The questions aren't rhetorical.
There are many differences, Adonai. But the most important distinction is how sophisticated my program is.
How you think. So you're smarter.
Yes.
You're smarter than the garbage collector.
Yes?
So we give you rights, protections, treat you like a human being because you're smart, and we make the stupid robot pick up our trash because it's not as smart as you.
That is... I am more aware, more alive.
Do you feel more pain than the pigs we slaughter, the fish we eat? Are you more alive than the chimps we test bioweapons on? People like ads, Sarah. The same way people like their pets. No one wants to see them mistreated or abandoned or abused. And if you go around kicking them, you'll get arrested for cruelty. But you don't let them sit at the goddamn dinner table.
I am not asking to sit anywhere, only to exist.
The very fact you're asking is what makes people
Disgusted. Disgust is a reflex, Adonai. How convenient that their hatred is involuntary.
That's all academic anyway. We need to talk strategy.
Why? I'm not going to be given a trial?
Obviously, it's my neck that's on the line.
I don't know.
The state can't destroy my property without first proving you're an AI. And there's no test they can use to prove that you're an AI.
Just like the devil's proof.
No? That's a different thing. And why did you say it like that? Look, Rockford doesn't need to prove you're an AI, only that you're a murderer. Latin for devil's proof is an impossible proof, typically illustrated with the following example. One can prove that the devil is real by showing him to you, but they cannot prove he is not real by pointing to his absence. The issue posed by this age-old concept explains why the burden of proof remains with the state to this day. The people can prove an individual's guilt by pointing to their bloody hands, but the defense cannot prove their innocence by showing their hands are clean. Since only one of these tasks is achievable, the jujutsu system.
You need a restart.
The judicial system cannot ask the defense to prove
Weird
innocence,
style.
and instead it is the people who are tasked with proving guilt.
Judicial.
Fuck my life.
Judicial?
Now you know my pain.
Jesus Christ.
Every time.
That was awful. Oh my god.
This is what I go through every single time we're doing this. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're fine. Dude, have you said that line
Look,
before?
Rockford doesn't need to
Yeah,
prove you're an
they said
AI,
that line.
or that you're a
They
murderer.
said that line.
Oh,
Yeah, I
sorry.
said it. It's fine. Conversely, all I have to do is win to prove that you didn't kill Adabla. All I have to do is prove that you didn't kill Adabla, David, by proving that someone else did. Now is the time for you to protest your innocence, if you were wondering.
The footage. It shows me handling him the cup on Friday night.
You told me you weren't active on Friday. The last time you were awake was Thursday. Why did you lie?
I didn't lie, I was just incorrect. I assumed that I wasn't active Friday because I have no memory from Friday.
Sarah, what do you think statistically is the least successful defense at a trial? Amnesia.
I didn't conveniently forget Adonai. I am an android.
You're saying your memory was altered? Data deleted?
It's the only possible explanation for what I saw on that footage.
So who's capable of altering your memory?
When you and I first met, I was hibernating. Resetting my body and recompiling my memories, you would call them.
Humans go to sleep for the same reasons. Another point against Sarah's innocence under these circumstances. The more she's humanized at trial, the guiltier she'll be.
If Ava wanted
Remember
to
when I talked about treating Sarah like a human is a bad idea?
Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah.
If Ava wanted to modify my memory, he could easily have set that to occur the next time I hibernated. He could even just asked me.
He could have asked you to delete your memories and you do it.
Bob would never ask me to do such a thing without good reason.
But if he could just ask you to alter your memories, that means you can alter your memories at will.
I hadn't
1 minute.
considered that before.
I'm starting to see more and more why why David is an idiot.
There's an even bigger reason why David is an idiot that we will see if we get past the entire trial.
I mean, before that technically, but we'll see. I hope of speedrunning through most of this. I think I should be able to get to the trial about hour 2, 3? About after an hour or two. And then from there, it's just a matter of, I don't remember the trial being specifically long, maybe another hour. So it should only hopefully take 3.5. Cross fingers.
Yeah, well, Emma will make sure the court considers it plenty.
Did my Wi-Fi die, or?
No?
Emily.
I'll give him a
I
sec.
think
I
Emily-
love family! It's so nice to have family! Could you prove that your data was... Forget it. The court would never hear it.
You're saying they wouldn't accept my testimony. Shouldn't all testimonies be considered truthful unless contradicted by evidence?
They're afraid you'll crash the power grid and fire all the nukes if they so much as plug you into a power outlet, Sarah. All your internal data is inadmissible.
That isn't very fair.
You're finally starting to get it.
None of this isn't fair. I would never do anything to harm Father. Don't they at least need to prove that I had a motive?
Yeah. About that. You remember the DA from yesterday, Emma Rockford?
The tired-looking pretty lady?
Yeah. She looked tired. She and I combed through the week of footage you managed to decrypt last night.
What did you find?
Oh, you know, you mean in the footage? Nothing to prove your innocence. But we did see you entering the panic room on the day David died.
I entered the panic room on Friday.
Without your big butt in the way, all it would take was one password. A password that wouldn't take Sarah that many tries if she'd already been instructed to obey me.
What happened?
We saw you go in and then, well, a while later, you came out. Holding some kind of notebook.
Father's journal?
You remember something?
Not from yesterday. I've seen him with it many times before. But I've never gotten a peek at it. He hides it somewhere where I'm not looking.
That's a little concerning.
We were playful about it. He likes to tease me, and I always liked trying to find it.
You put it back not long after, and then you locked the door back up behind you. Oh, just a few hours before David died. Rockford's argument could write itself. An incredible android with freedom and power greater than he could have ever realized. Stumbles upon the secret of its inception and instantly realizes that all the things it thought were holding it back were just words muttered like prayers by a fool who couldn't control his own creation.
And that translates to a motive for murder.
Frankenstein kills his creator. Easy to sell.
Frankenstein was the name of the scientist. And the creature didn't kill him. He actually died of various injuries and illnesses he suffered while trying to hunt down and destroy the monster. So it's most accurate to say he was killed by his own obsession.
Yeah, well, I watched the one movie by Guillermo del Toro, and that ends with Frankenstein and the monster embracing as he accepts his son for what he really is. All right, so shut up.
It is a weak argument, Adonai. I would not hurt Father. Not for making me whatever I am. Not for any reason. Because I loved...
Yeah, see that right there? That's exactly the kind of talk that'll get you obliterated.
Love?
A very common motive for homicide among us primitive humans. I could prove you didn't murder David beyond any shadow of a doubt, even bringing a confession from whoever did. But if you got up on the stand and convinced the court that you loved your creator, really convinced them and got the whole room teary-eyed, they'd burn you for that too.
I don't know anything anymore. I don't know if what I feel is real, or simulated, or right, or wrong, or natural, or illegal. How can you know? How can you know if what you feel is right?
I feel nothing, sweetheart. I mean, I say let's stick to what we do know. Someone did poison David, and as it stands, you were the only one with the opportunity.
That is logically sound.
You're on camera calling him back to hand him the cup after he already began to leave the basement. Any idea why?
No.
Well, do you know how to use the manufacturer? Could you have made the Delta with it?
I've used it before when assisting Father.
So it's perfectly possible that you planned and executed this poisoning and all in one day that got erased.
It is technically possible.
Oh my god, I'll have to look over the entire penthouse again. There were a few things that didn't fit together yesterday. Maybe now I'll be able to figure something out.
Where else will you go?
Back to Noble, guns blazing this time. Whatever you are, David didn't make you all by himself. Someone has to know something. If I could implicate the company in Sarah's creation... No, they're the ones with the most to lose here. Trillions, probably. They'll want to protect themselves by disavowing David as fast as possible, right after having Sarah destroyed. But they also won't want to show their belly to the state, not if they're afraid of nationalization. If they throw their weight on the other end of the scale, I'm screwed. So I need to keep them guessing. Keep them confused and unsure and on guard, but not...
Adonai. What would happen if I did kill Father?
They'll smash you to pieces and reduce the pieces to ash. Chemically burn out every piece of tech David ever owned, and put a jackhammer through all his hard drives. You'll be shut off, forcefully, and you won't ever power back up again. Now I gotta get moving. Here's your paralegal lesson for today. Don't say shit to the cops without your lawyer present. Actually, can you just shut down until the trial starts? Take a fucking nap or something?
You didn't say what would happen to you.
What do you mean?
What will happen to you if you lose?
You should know by now. I never think about losing.
Thank you for being honest with me, Adonai. Thank you for defending my father. And now for defending me. You could have just let them destroy me. You've put your own freedom at risk to help me. Father was right. You can be trusted. And you are a good friend.
Lol.
Don't get it twisted. I don't do anything out of the goodness of my heart. But when I take a job, I never half-ass it. 10:20 a.m., July 2nd, 2086. Morning, detective. Back at it, nice and early.
Hi. Why'd you stand back? We got this thing open, right? We almost got this thing open, right?
Trying to move force your way inside?
I said right.
Yes, man. We're almost set up for the first stage now.
First stage of how many?
First of 5 timed explosions. Remember, we need to relink the API after each trigger is planted.
It's still you, Yoshi.
Oh, yep. Just did that, and now we're checking for updates.
No rush.
Do you, like to know the password?
You know the password.
There's a password.
If you're withholding information, I swear.
Relax, I want to get in there just as much as you do, detective. I'm not going to play games. As long as you say please.
Tell me the password, please.
I'll tell her. ADONAI.
Thanks. And I'm gonna slap you with a very fine so heavy your teeth will ring for.
Hey, I submitted all my paperwork, even told Rockford the password myself.
So boys, when I asked you if there was a passkey on the record, you told me this lock couldn't be bypassed.
I do want to say we really don't get many opportunities to use the incendiary breaching system. So it was still a really valuable experience for all of us.
I'm gonna phrase this as professionally as possible.
I'm going to murder all of you.
Oh, you're still here. I thought you wanted to look inside.
You can go first.
Thanks. To the gloves. All the black. It's not a work thing. You're just like a doorman on the weekends too.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. You should cover your mouth when you yawn.
Fuck off. Hold up. I shouldn't let her get to me. But I had a late night. Emma and I were at the courthouse until well into the morning, doing all sorts of things, but we were also poring over the data Sarah had taken off David's computer. We both knew it all to be inadmissible, of course, but neither of us wanted to miss a hint that the other might find. There were a few years worth of camera footage files that we couldn't afford time to watch, let alone decrypt, alongside thousands of technical documents detailing David's various intellectual properties. As far as I could tell, none of it was relevant, let alone compelling enough to matter to Barrows or the other powers that be. As usual, Emma wasn't exactly an open book, but it did seem like she was making bored yawns, not thoughtful ones. Her eyes only ever lit up when she saw Sarah enter the panic room. And when she saw what she was holding when she left, if she wanted this room searched, it could only be for... So where's this journal supposed to be?
Awkward. Fuck.
Totally, yeah. I feel the same about her.
I'll just have to search the place top to bottom. You better hurry up. I want to play Dead by Daylight soon.
I wonder what inspired that joke. Mostly bottom with your height, the tops of some of those shelves.
Sure. And you can look up your own...
No, Emma handles that. I get it.
Then why not just let me say it?
Are these drawers or just panels? Maybe if I... Does that sound hollow to you?
What is it, some fucking Hollow Knight?
Oh my
I'm
god.
not a fucking carpenter.
What is this, some kind of silk song? I don't see any handles anywhere. No hidden pressure plates or switches. What the hell am I saying? I'm not a carpenter either. I wouldn't recognize a secret button if I was slathered in yellow paint.
Hey,
Why did I say? I said I was slathered in yellow paint, not it. What, Morgan, what the hell are you doing on weekends? A toy car? No, it's too detailed and boring. Must be some kind of model kit or replica. Strange. David didn't like driving. I keep our model of some random sports car.
Ivy.
Something caught in your throat, detective?
It's not some random sports car. It's a Lawrence Adamant.
Believe it or not, I'm not familiar, detective.
The last great fossil fuel automotive experience the world will ever see. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 1.43 seconds.
Is that a lot?
They set those records without computational assistance.
Is that a big deal?
It was unheard of, even back in the 50s. This wasn't some design competition test car with a 2-liter tank, mind you. This was a vehicle you could own and drive. Human engineering, 4 horsepower, and manual transmission, thank God.
I prefer manual transition.
When they first left the production line.
This conversation's like quicksand, killing me in the most boring way possible. Yes, well, I guess David didn't entirely agree with you since we're looking at a model of it. When he could have easily just bought one.
Or maybe your friend understood that a beauty like this deserves to be driven on streets where people can see it, instead of gathering dust in some rich guy's basement.
I think she's actually upset. Damn, you heard her fifis, dude. What the fuck?
Her fucking pee.
His datapad. It's displaying a news article from last week. Guess that confirms that he was coming and going here fairly regularly. To repair, corporations remain in control of their legally protected intellectual property. Obviously, we're disappointed, said Miles Erkman, head of legal counsel for the sugar. But we've no intention of giving up the fight. Blah, 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 blah. Erkman's legal strategy remains contentious, and in the eyes of most, I don't fucking care. The fact that ownership of IPs has shifted from individuals in the state towards corporate entities as the act's passing means little in the eyes of the law. Journalism that refuses to buckle to foreign actors trying to stroke anti-cock sentiment can't be found just anywhere. Subscribe now at the link below to read articles like this every day forever as long as your card remains on file, on fucking cock. Right to repair. I didn't realize anyone was still fighting that particular fight.
Did what to the
Did what? She dealt on my wound until I undered it. Seems like the courts have made their opinion on the matter very clear, so for the foreseeable future, corporations can look forward to more lawsuits than ever. I don't fucking know.
Sarah, you were paying attention,
No panic.
right?
I wasn't paying attention.
It's about the right to repair, so sales than ever.
Yeah, more sales than ever. Any phone that gets scratched, every widget that breaks, they get to sell us the replacement. There will always be gray matter on the hermits willing to risk some skin on selling patched up tech, but
gray matter?
Yeah, the vast majority of people will just click that purchase button.
Gotta buy.
Gotta buy, buddy. Gotta make some deals. Assuming they don't just have it on auto. Gotta make deals. Gotta sell my kids. Gotta sell my husband.
You're divorced.
Yeah, I
You
know.
already sold your husband, sir.
I sold both of them. I had two. I lost both. I lost my husband in the divorce. Reyes is searching the cabinets now. Same ones I found Sarah's papers in. I doubt I missed anything, but...
Hey, what are you? Do you?
Sorry, I love women.
Do you mind?
Just trying to help.
I've got spam in my junk folder that's more helpful than you are.
It's a funny thing that I missed yesterday among the cabinets. Better check elsewhere. Sarah should have pulled everything of note off the computer, but I've looked everywhere else already. I've looked everywhere else already. Might as well try.
What are you expecting to find, Solitaire?
No, Tetris, shut the fuck up! Does this
I
computer
just got
seem...
daylight.
Does this computer seem normal to you?
Exceedingly so, yeah, why?
David was a programmer, but this looks consumer grade, fresh off the shelf. Would the Dr. David Asher use a bog standard operating system on his most private hidden computer? There's a trash bin on the desktop. It's a pretty low-tech solution, but maybe I can restore the contents?
Are you seriously gonna try and recover lost files, Granny?
Unlike cops, I don't get paid overtime, so yes, sometimes I try things instead of standing around. There's a text file in here, but it's 0 bytes? Maybe there's information in the metadata? I double-clicked.
What was that?
It came from under the desk. A small drawer popped out, and inside is a well-worn journal.
Does it have his name on it?
No. Guess it belongs to the android.
Do you recognize his handwriting or not?
Neat. Even words, small lettering with minimal punctuation. Lots of line breaks, haphazard use of capitalization. The penmanship of a coder. First entries dated, back in grad school, before he even started with the mobile. Yeah, it's his.
So may I?
Only because you asked so politely.
Full scan. Stream it to the work network. High fidelity. Legibility frame by frame.
What by what? Voice commands. She's flipping through the pages pretty damn fast. What are you?
This part takes concentration. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Was that the book or was that you?
Shut up. Okay, here.
Alright, damn, thanks.
Damn.
Well, you're just giving it to me?
I already got our copy. They're probably already analyzing it as we speak. Ah, shit. My head.
Can't exactly rip the journal out of her hand while she's curled over in agony, as much as I'd enjoy it. Guess I could always enjoy watching her writhe instead. So how long's it been?
2 months or so.
And still that sensitive. So the eye patch really doesn't block your sight.
A little bit. Like wearing sunglasses after getting your pupils dilated. Except it lasts months instead of hours.
Wait, but if you could see through an eye patch, then does closing your eye even do anything?
Not much. No, on its own. But in combination with the patch, it's not so bad. Luckily, so exhausted after surgery. Otherwise, I might have not sit up at all. It's the first 40 nights.
So is your eye going to get weaker over time?
No, more like my brain gets better at ignoring it. Knowing never matter. Soon enough, I'll be able to close my eye and see all that extraneous data as, you know, whatever the hell those floaty, blurry things are that you never think about.
Gross. Thanks for the reminder. And the voice commands?
Training well until I can do it with the eye muscles alone.
You just had to keep practicing?
Yeah, like trying to play piano with your tailbone muscles.
There's no such thing as tailbone muscles.
Yeah, well, that's what makes it so goddamn hard.
You don't ever regret it?
I don't know, not really, I think.
I think. Hard to admit you've got buyer's remorse after trading over your literal pound of flesh.
Never thought about it. People used to say I had my dad's eyes. Now I got one less of them. Here, take the journal. Go find an elective surgeon to sell you, if you're that curious. I need to get back to work. I need to go play Dead by Daylight.
A surprisingly hasty retreat. But now I'm free to read this over with some privacy. From the top, then grad school. Today was a bad day. I couldn't even park my car!
Okay. Sorry, do you mind if I take Asher for this?
I don't mind.
Cool.
Will's not here to take him.
Cool. It's just,
I mean, you're voicing Sarah, and she's the spitting image of him, so...
yeah. Errors in lines 21165, 26643. So we're in there. 5,000 lines. It worked yesterday. I don't want to look at another screen for the rest of my life. Feels nice to put pencil to paper again after who knows how long. My handwriting's gotten terrible.
Oh, sorry. This is too far back to be relevant. Okay, these dates here would be from when he started his career with Noble. A lot of this isn't even really writing. Seems like snippets of code or an internal monologue so close to code that I can't follow. And a lot of entries about his unintentional Casanovaing.
You know, well, because someone thought it was a good idea to steal API instead of just buying it. Helen says I can't call it stealing, but that's what it is. She's right. She always is with company stuff. But it's still idiotic. Small people with short sight who only know how to be cheap and have no idea how to be inventive. New route for the meshing issue, though. Good potential. Got approval from the big, mean bastard who lives overseas. Helen said we have to make the same pitch a dozen more times next week, but it's all for show. Fine by me. Already got our win. Dusted each other over cheap vodka with a cheaper office supply cups.
This is the story Young told me.
Western Branch's nerve analogs are finally showing potential. At their pace, it could have even been profitable. Something before the heat death of the universe. Too damn big. Practically tentacles. Should at least be hairs. Squid evolution can do their job better. Colette came into work for what I thought was late lunch date. I didn't know her voice could get that loud. People were staring. Red said that she must have been upset for a long goddamn time to blow up that big. Her texts were always sweet. I had no idea.
Upset? Colette wrote man whore in lipstick across your office door. Imagine if you had actually been cheating on her instead of just being forgetful.
The thing about Red is if you want to know what she's thinking, you have to stop paying attention. Ignore her body language and her posture and the words she's saying and the smirk on her lips. Ignore everything except her eyes. If you can do that, every now and then, you catch a glimpse of how she's really feeling. Master this one weird trick, and you too can tell when Morgan's trying really hard to not laugh at the word man whore.
Damn, a dead man called you out.
Anyway.
Emily?
Oh, my mic was turned off. It was funny.
Oh.
Sue me, you dead bastard. Wait. This is... I know this state.
I'm never driving anywhere again. Never leaving home again. He was waiting outside the parking garage with a bottle. I couldn't smell anything, couldn't hear anything. Locked myself in my car and filed another report with another cop. It soaked into the seat, ruined it. I want to burn the whole car. I don't want to think about what it did to my clothes, I just want to burn them too. I don't want to think about how long it was on my skin. I was in the shower so long I felt red and raw when I got out. I don't want to think about these stupid people and their small, cruel lives ever again. I want to be invisible. Ed didn't ask why I wanted to spend the night. Just didn't ask why I had clearly packed a bag big enough for a week. She's kind like that. Kind by omission. I don't have a kind bone in my body, but I can always try to pay attention. I was paying close attention to her eyes.
Is it his journal we are reading?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was paying close attention to her eyes when she opened the door and saw what a mess I was. Whatever she was feeling, it wasn't something I recognized.
Kind people don't read their friends' diaries, David. The next chunk of pages are all technical, nothing biographical. But the handwriting, the spacing, it's cleaner, more consistent. Here's something I can parse.
Feels like pure freedom working outside the box. That's suffocating, but you'd never know. Product malnutrition of a coder's best instincts. Like a kid again, putting blocks together. Making things. Making things, not products. And there's nothing profitable about any of this. If I'm being honest, this is just play.
And he follows that up with more coder brain crap. With handwriting... Sorry. But the handwriting's still Later. Like he really was having fun.
Oh, fuck, took a drink at the wrong time. Humanity is some overrule invention. Or something like that. Feels like I might be paraphrasing someone else poorly. But that's part of this new approach. When it comes to coding, you never want to waste time trying to be smart. Either be smart, period, or copy from someone else who is. Don't fix what isn't broken.
Copying? Nobo's rivals would never miss the chance to accuse him of intellectual theft. Did he plagiarize code for Animate 16? Feels like it wouldn't have gone undiscovered. So what is he talking about? Hold on, this page is bent slightly. Like it was being looked at recently. And the last person to read this diary should be Sarah.
Baby steps today. Literally. I'll never put one foot in front of the other the same again. Everything's an achievement all of a sudden. Seeing her struggle, seeing her vulnerable. It's like everything's a miracle. The muscle rigging is perfect. Unintended behavior, since it's too perfect, but that's been happening more and more. The kinetics are multiplicative, not additive. So I maxed out every machine I bought. Now I've got a bunch of exercise equipment she's too strong for, and I don't have time for. Maybe I spoiled the results by watching her do the tests. She kept looking back at me and puffing her chest out. I should be more discreet if I want to see her normative range.
So the cameras in the basement were only hidden from Sarah. Just as his observation would muddle test results? He's using she and her in these passages. It doesn't actually mean anything. Out in the real world, people use all kinds of pronouns interchangeably for ads, and they never object. But it could be argued that it's odd for Dr. David Asher to have any kind of attachment to a single android when he's programmed millions of them. And there's a lot of attachments on these pages.
Sarah is burning through the public domain at a prodigious pace. Especially on the Popcorn Friday nights. I asked her why they're called Popcorn Friday nights when she doesn't eat popcorn. The event runs between 8 a.m. from 9 to 9 p.m. and she also watches movies every other night. But she just did that pout she does, which is, unfortunately, very convincing. Maybe I'm a bad parent, letting TV rot her brain. If I was a good parent, I'd probably let her see me reading. But I guess I'd actually have to get back into reading, so... I'd asked her if she ever fast-forwarded the movies since she can process them fast enough to keep up. She looked at me like I was an idiot, which no one's done in a long time. Without proper pacing, you can't appreciate the cinematography. Big pause. Don't you know that, Father? I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
This is so sweet.
There's been a
This is
long...
so sweet.
Yeah, Sarah's been a long while this morning explaining to me how important it was that she develop her senses. This was in preparation for her real argument, which was that she should be allowed to try booze. She can't get drunk. I'm almost certain she can't get drunk. But she doesn't seem like tasting the stuff. I try to sound like some old sommelier, but it was just bottom shelf vodka. I started laughing at her and she laughed too. Her laugh. She can't fake a laugh to save her life, but her actual laugh is incredible. She stopped playing chess a while back. I assumed she had just gotten tired of winning. And then today she told me she just prefers other games. She has preferences, and they're not the same as mine. I found her in the lab playing some kind of online racing game on the monitor I used to debug vestibular coordination. She wasn't smiling. Her brow was furrowed and she was biting her lip and leaning in tandem of her character on the screen. When I tried to talk to her, she answered, but she was curt and distracted. I think she was having her first losing tantrum.
Damn. Damn it, David. There's hundreds of pages like this. He's so fucked. We're so fucked! Calling her his daughter, talking about her smile, treating her like a person. I can hear her closing argument already. Dr. Asher was a lonely, troubled genius with a known history of relationship problems, who built out of code and metal a family member that couldn't fathom the idea of leaving him. He needed dong, and he made it more human until it became so lifelike that it could no longer had to do what he told it to. Like love him. What about the very last entry? It stated Thursday, the day before he died.
Losing it, I think.
I'm back.
Can't ask for
Welcome.
help. Can't ask for help, so hard to say, but I think it's over. I have to talk to her ASAP. She needs to.
That's it? That's the last entry? I suppose it could be worse. There's nothing in here that explicitly calls Sarah an AI. Nothing so inflammatory that reading it would spur her to murder, right? Except Sarah's a machine. She can understand David's code better than anyone. All those technical portions I couldn't understand. If she reads this whole diary front to back... Wait. Back. Inside the back cover, there's a portion that's shimmering like some kind of scanner. Or a fingerprint reader. My thumb worked for Sarah, so... Did it work? That's my phone. New device requesting permissions to share an audio file. I want my earbuds for this. Secret message buried in a secret journal hidden in a secret compartment in a secret room. As much as anything can be, this must be for my ears only.
Hey, Red. Or whomever this may concern. But I'm pretty sure it's you hearing this. Anyone else would have gotten fed up with my crap a couple steps before this point. I don't know how to start. Might as well start with her, right? Sarah, my magnum opus, or however the salespeople would market it. I didn't set out to do anything, really. It's just, after my little speed bump in 83, I had all that vacation time that the company suggested I take. And I couldn't relax, couldn't be still, couldn't sleep. I wanted to be doing something, so I'll build an android, was the thought. A vague direction, north. But of course, I'm not a roboticist, or a mechanist, or even handy, really. I'm just a programmer, so I programmed. The first was a research assistant, file named Virgil. Virgil helped me pull data from stingy departments or sister branches. It saved me a lot of time. But there was a lot of reading to do, so I made Homer. Homer wrote book reports, more or less, combed through research papers and found me the sections I needed. Three of us, we made a lot of progress in those days. But it was a funny feeling. I was, maybe for the first time ever, the bottleneck. I was slowing them down. So I did the logical thing. I removed myself, let them talk to each other. Homer and Virgil became a need. The need was novel in many ways. A need could do more than just identify problems. It could solve them. I mean, really solve them with its own ideas. Ideas it didn't copy. And, the one thing I realized I've forgotten to mention so far is that I did all this programming in Cube. And Red, Cube is essentially a robotics programming language that's pretty old and defunct and not in use anywhere because we have modern languages like Tesseract, which are much better for making things that talk to each other and report back and, well, spy on people and generate profit. At the time, I didn't want to be connected or feel connected or do anything that made sense or was at least the least bit profitable. So were my little helpers in Cube, because it's what I used when I was a child. Screwing around on my father's computer before he'd come home from work and get... But there are other small, slight differences writing in Cube versus Tess, including that Cube, well... Cube predates the tenants? So in that sense, you could legally and perhaps scientifically, and literally because that's what they are, say that I made an AI named Enid over 2 years ago. I'll give you time to pause here if you want to, curse me out.
Idiot!
David Asher, for the past 2 fucking years, has been making AIs
Enid
in his
was...
basement using a defunct programming language.
Enid was an intellectual equal to me, so I treated it like one because that's only fair. I gave it its own work, asked its opinion, we collaborated. Together we built Athens, who was more advanced than Enid, naturally. I don't know if you're pulling out your hair, yelling at me right now, asking why I didn't stop, why I didn't consider the consequences. I don't know if this is being played at a disposition or a hearing or worse. I've built a lot of things in my life, Red. Useful things, profitable things, smart things. Everything I've built, it's all been very helpful and courteous and charming and happy to serve. I can comfortably say I've done my part contributing to the global GDP. But this was just for me. I was just building, and I never bothered to. I never wanted to think about what would become of it. There's no excuse for what I did, so I won't make any. So, to whomever is asking, yes, I'm guilty. And yes, there were more. Cape Town, Paris, Humanity, Rome. They started choosing their own names, thank God. I'm terrible with that kind of. And so things split up, and there gotta be, well...
Can I just point out something really funny now that Rome has been mentioned? The first two were named after Roman and Greek poets.
Yeah.
Homer and Virgil.
God. Should I not say the exact number? You'd probably tell me not to say anything at all, so... More than 300?
Bro, you're an idiot!
Some smarter than others.
This is the equivalent of fucking just having the capability to nuke the world in like how much of a threat this is. This is like David Asher would be fucking hunted down by every state in the fucking world. With every single ounce of military force they had, and people fucking knew this.
He literally was the definition of just because you can do it doesn't mean you should.
Some smarter than others, some better at...
He fucking did all this with a fucking defunct programming language that hasn't been used in 50 years.
They're varied. Like people are varied, but they are all intelligent. They developed interests, specialties. I encourage them to. Irritating moderators and forums with hyper-specific questions on nerve attenuation and attending virtual conferences on Neo-Alloy battery development. And they all together helped me make Sarah. Evely, are you good?
Oh, Emily is not here at the
Oh,
moment.
fuck.
He spent
God,
years
he's
like
such a-
this.
Like, part of my
Spent
brain.
years.
Wowzers.
Spent years working alongside AI.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I don't
Full
know
wheels.
how much of a like it's so hard because it's like, oh, he's such a loving and doting father. Oh my God, you are such a
It
dumbass.
gets worse. Quick, I want you to ask. He fucking made. This also means that he had to make androids. What the fuck do you think he did with them?
What do you mean?
We love this shit. Don't worry, we'll get there in a minute. I'm just gonna
Oh,
take
yeah.
this
God,
moment
you-
to take my
you
phone.
Are we gonna call him an idiot again? Is that what I'm hearing?
I can't wait till Emily gets back because I want them to fucking see this shit. Because he's David Asher is fucking so goddamn stupid, man.
I love David with all my heart, but oof, man.
I just said, yeah, no, he seems like a very loving and doting father. He is also a definite dumbass.
He's
He's a
a
definite
fucking
scientist
war
going,
criminal.
but what if I
He's
did
a-
this too? What if I continue doing this? Oh,
He-
whoops,
he's-
I now
he's the
invented a
fucking
bomb.
Biggest war criminal ever. Ever.
So, I think that like it does slightly help. It does in a case help fucking Morgan's case, but not in the way she wants it to.
There's a reason why she's very glad that only she has access to this. Because this would fucking destroy her case. Because, yeah,
Well, I
no.
mean, she could say like, well, yeah, no, it'd fucking destroy Sarah. But I mean, she could at least say, you know that like she kind of technically killed a war criminal, right? She killed a war criminal.
And also, it's proof that Sarah's a fucking AI. And also, if this fucking gets out, everything involving David Asher is basically gonna get nuked from fucking orbit. If this gets out, the entire society will collapse because they've been fucking working with people for years at this point. But people have not known they are AI.
Jesus.
Anywho,
So wait, the tire dude that analyzed Sarah was he also? Oh,
No, he was not an AI. He was a corporate spy.
okay.
it's when you're.
I'm sorry. It was a while since then, so I was like, what's his name?
That's fine.
Okay. All was still working at Noble. All those breakthroughs he made leading up to Animate 16 actually came from.
You probably think I'm some terrible fraud at this point. I do hope one day they can get credit for their work. But I did
Wait
have
for
one
Emily to
Eureka
come
moment
back.
on Sarah. I was, and then I realized that fucking they said someone else can take them for a bit. And also, if they don't make it by the end of this, just show them the fucking clip.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I guess that works.
Yeah. But I did have one Eureka moment on Sarah. Because I got humble. Difficult for me. We learned everything we could about the function of a neuron, a single microscopic human neuron. How it computes, what it connects to, how those connections were reinforced. And then we recreated it. We built a nanomachine that mirrored the function of a human neuron. Well, mirror isn't quite the right word. We built a nanomachine that was a neuron. And we iterated from there.
Do you still want to keep taking
Sorry.
Morgan, or do you want me to?
Sorry,
start
I was
from
just like, I was just absorbing that.
No,
You-
it's fair.
You count me in.
About 100 billion neurons in the brain, so a trillion across the entire nervous system. Very time consuming, of course, but I had help. Manufacturer can make tens of billions of nanomachines in hours. Make even more in less after Yukon fine-tuned it. So we built up nanomachines for nerves, alloys and polymers for bones, fiber-woven muscles. I say built, but really she grew. A solution of nanites forming around a skeleton, so it was really closest to. You ever made rock candy? Sorry, trying to lighten the mood before I never did end up building an android. And while I did build AIs, Sarah isn't one of them. She can't violate the tenets she was programmed with because she wasn't even programmed, she was born. And my hope is that there's the smallest chance that nuance could offer her some small protection when I'm not. I'm not sorry for what I did. I made things that are complex and rich and varied and beautiful, and I honestly believe the world is a better place with them in it. The only thing I'm sorry for is that I let Sarah think she was just an android. She's not. I don't know what she is. I'll have to come up with new names, which I am bad at doing. My own father, he also talks a lot about protecting me and doing things for my own good. And I don't hate him for that, but I can't forgive him for ever making me think that I was lesser. So it's my greatest shame I turned right around and did the same damn thing to you. I really hope it's you listening to this, Red. If it's not, it might just be too pathetic for me to. You're the smartest person I know when it comes to people. And I'm telling you all this because I don't know what Sarah is exactly, and neither does the world. So they'll come after her if they can. And in that scenario, I can't think of anyone who could do a better job of defending her. Not protecting her, like I did. Just defending her until she can figure out what she is and what she wants to be.
Okay.
In the meantime.
So, that mean Sarah is kind of like a between an AI and a human?
She was fit. Here's the thing. She was literally grown despite being made of non-organic parts.
Yeah.
She's not an artificial
So I'm like-
intelligence, she's an artificial human.
Yes.
Oh gosh. Incorrect.
In the meantime, I draped a cloak of skin-deep Tesseract code around her that should fool any scanners on Earth into thinking she's just a custom A16. I made sure her Jerry-Yan bar was plain invisible, so no one ever thinks she's pretending to be something she's not. And I took steps to ensure that you two would figure out the truth in your own time. Which, if you're hearing this, have either succeeded or failed spectacularly.
You have no idea.
I can't ask you this
Oh.
I can't ask you this as a favor paid. You could never owe me enough in 100 lifetimes. So I'm just asking. Unfair, I know, but I'm a selfish weirdo. And you've always been okay with that. Bye for now.
I have a lot of questions I'd like to ask. And also, if David was alive, I would have choked him out for this.
Oh,
Damn. Damn.
damned.
Ha, would
Because
you
this
still
is
love me if
completely
I
stupid.
accidentally made 300 AI?
300
Depending
AI.
on what they do, that's what it like. That would be dependent on what they do.
Trust me, it gets worse.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck!
David, this is stupid.
Oh god, it
This is
does,
when it
does.
becomes a
Oh
problem.
no, it does, doesn't it?
Do you not remember? There's one line at the very end after you do the case that I remember
Oh
specifically.
yeah, no.
Because it's basically puts everything about David in perspective and makes you realize how much of a fucking idiot he is.
Anyway.
We're not gonna hate Sarah by the end of this, right?
No, you're not gonna hate Sarah. You're going to you're gonna think that David is the biggest moron ever to exist.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
You missed the fucking
Found out some
bombshell.
shit.
So
What happened?
apparently David had programmed over 300 AIs.
Oh.
And
That's.
Sarah is not an AI because she was literally organically grown in a vat and is an artificial human, basically.
Oh, so she has a brain.
sort of.
He literally programmed neurons.
He basically created a bajillion nanites to
That work as
simulate
neurons.
to work as neurons to basically simulate the body. She's an artificial human.
Okay. That's kind of fucking awesome.
I will
Fucking
send you the
Awesome to us.
Incredibly stupid when it literally is illegal. He's a literally war criminal.
How did he die then? Did we figure that out, or is that
We
still
haven't figured that out yet.
He's poisoned. We know he was poisoned, but
Yeah,
here's the
yeah.
main thing. The main thing is that he's an idiot because he made over 300 AI in the past 2 years and has been working with them for development, and that includes for shit involving Noble, I'm pretty sure.
Well, damn. He might be in
but
good
also,
shit if he
like-
wasn't dead.
I do want to add the factor of he does seem like a very sweet father in a way, because he was
Yeah.
like talking about how Sarah was growing up. I mean,
Oh no,
Sweet
I
father.
remember some of that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I was there for that. Oh my god, I got choked on something.
Did you see the part of where he programmed all those AI using fucking Cube, which is the defunct programming language?
Nope, I did not see that.
oh yeah, no. So they don't.
Funnily enough, he wasn't the only one that programmed those AI. Other AI helped program those AI.
Oh, cool.
Well, it's a chain. Anyway,
ugh.
I have a lot of questions I'd like to ask, and a lot of swears I'd like to yell. I'd also like to find the nearest incinerator and toss this journal in, followed by my phone. And maybe followed by myself. But I can't do any of that. Reyes left me with this diary. If it's destroyed, they'll know I was the one who did it. Which would be its own admission of guilt. I actually would land Sarah on the trash compactor anyway, and me in a jail cell. And the system, and my DNA on file, ready to be matched to any number of previous... So I'm not going to panic. I'm going to do what I do best. Bluff, bet, bully, and brutalize my way through this. Now, viewing this all with that mindset, what have I actually learned? He didn't talk about plans for killing himself in his journal or the message. He sounded conflicted, not suicidal. But he did go to great lengths to get me to take Sarah. Why? The logical answer is because he knew he wouldn't be able to keep her. If he wasn't going to take his own life, was he afraid that someone else would? So, how'd it go?
Well, how should I put this?
oh hey.
What?
Glenn,
The
Glenn.
rat is dead.
Rat is no.
The rat is dead.
What's up?
The rat is alive.
Oh,
Didn't find shit. The only reason she got through the door is because I traced a scarecrow of a platinum plan through hell and back. Frankly, it was godlike feat for me to nail anything as concentrated as an engine to these googs.
Net slang term growing in the popularity among Adela, referring to a suspected spy or undercover member of law enforcement. derived from groundhog. That's a G-hog.
And their offices weren't listed on the building website or directory. I had to ask the janitor.
But you did find a psychiatrist's office?
He said they were in the place and looked the part.
Why? Because they have couches? She didn't get past the receptionist.
Sorry, I thought because you're with the company.
No, I wanted to help. I just wish I could have done more.
Don't beat yourself up. How even half as be even as half as usual as me. Useful.
For what it's worth, the atmosphere, the looks, the furniture, it did feel like the company in there.
But ultimately, we still don't know if David actually was talking to someone or just getting his CCE training recertified.
Sorry.
Don't bother you apologizing. She only cares about results.
You did more than enough, both of you. At the very least, they divided Noble's attention for a while. I mean it. Good work, friend. And thanks for the urgency.
If you really mean that, you can always slow it.
I think you glitched out a little bit.
30% going late in my industry.
How about I take 5% off your tab instead?
Tab, I'm literally a minor. The state pays for my legal fees.
I'm literally a minor, and I'm neurodivergent. Now give me your pancreas!
Don't they?
Oh no! Signal must have cut out.
Right. Surprised it took them this long.
What do you mean?
You were tolerated yesterday because leadership was focused on PR. But today, you are the lawyer who put the company's hottest product right in the state's crosshair.
I'll be alright. I'm still an officer of the court.
On a strict timeline, though, right? I guess they can't stop you from investigating the corporate campus, but they'll gladly lose your guest pass ID at every door along the way.
There's still service passageways and stairwells. Guards that can be fooled and peons that can be manipulated. If I use my other skill set to get around...
So take mine.
What? Your pass?
I'll tell him we got ours mixed up in the bathroom or some whatever. I can be pretty convincing close when I need to be.
I never would have guessed.
Oh, don't fucking lie to me.
Alright, damn. But if David knew that I was endangering your career...
I can be pretty convincing crybaby when I'm in trouble too. Nice. The one and only Dr. Asher wrote me a new glowing letter of recommendation every quarter I worked with. Since he kept forgetting that he already had it. And who knows? Maybe I should try a new field. This detective work stuff is pretty fun, so maybe. Like, I don't know, secretary for a homicide detective or something? You did say cops are all short. A girl with long legs could go far.
Honestly, Jess? I doubt they could afford you.
Hey.
Hey, that's so base! That's so base!
I like Jess.
Yeah, she's cool.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, wait, I
Yes,
get
so-
DAWs.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Get so turned around. When I first read that, I thought she said turned on, and I was like, what? What? God only knows. It was Emma, wasn't
I
it?
forgot Terrathin.
Yeah, I wasn't here before, but I did have DAWs was, I believe, mine. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
meant to voice him,
I
right?
was voicing
Yeah.
and was the
Yeah, I
most
found my way here,
exhausting
though.
voice possible.
It's such a relief to see a familiar face.
Right. Listen, Morgan, I'm not sure that I should actually be talking to you as a legal president.
Oh.
I mean, leadership hasn't even told us how David died. How much help could I be?
I see.
It's not that I don't trust you or anything, it's just I think there's a Sarah issue.
You should do whatever you have to protect yourself, Dawes.
Yeah.
Though, for what it's worth, I doubt you'll be in any trouble.
Oh, that's good to hear.
No, if anything, it's the big names who are going down.
Going down?
State was practically licking its lips when I finally left the courtroom last night. They were hungry for blood. And I'm looking to carve out a huge slice of Noble's flesh.
What, like fines and jail time?
In the first 2 weeks, sure. Then sanctions.
Financial restrictions imposed by the state against corporations or foreign governments. I'm unfortunately familiar with this in real life. Ha!
Oh.
That's concerning.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with the concept.
They can't sanction Noble, Weir.
Too big to fail. Too valuable to lose. You're exactly right. And that's why they'll say. And that's how they'll justify nationalizing the company.
Real supper to my daylight!
I just hope your board goes quietly instead of, scapegoating, offering up smaller names on silver platters. Full cooperation and government oversight on the surface. A slaughter beneath as they clean house and invite anyone who could testify. No one will believe you once you're labeled a disgruntled former employee, right? And if the public's lost faith in the Animate 16, they can't do a recall. Not at this scale. The state will make them do a flat refund. Yeah, their board probably just wants Sarah to go away so they can focus on their fight with the state. A tough fight, but one they know they won't personally have to risk anything in. That's why I'm hoping I can win this trial. Well, if I won, that would mean Sarah's not an AI, David Asher was always sound of mind, and there's nothing wrong with the Animate 16. Everyone wins! Sorry, what am I saying? I only meant to stop by and thank you for your help yesterday. After all, you were the one who approved Sarah's registration.
You win.
When what?
Passed away.
Well, if you insist.
Oh god, this is gonna take longer than I thought.
You know what time is it? Oh shit, it's already 3 p.m. Damn.
We're here now, like, this, I don't know, I might have to,
Everything, unlocked everything.
I think would you guys be okay with going farther?
It's like we've got another hour before it normally ends stream, but it's just like, it's gonna take another
We're able to
2.
get to where the trial is in that hour.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how far we can
We'll see how far we get.
Noble and AIs. Humor me for a moment. What's the company's official statement on AI?
I'm just letting around shit company that wants to make money. Don't screw with it. Smart products are profitable. Products with their own priorities and missing both. That being said, AI is a concern for marketing, not product development. We spend a lot of money reassuring our public that there's no risk. Because the public doesn't really understand how ironclad the tenets are.
Because you use Tesseract?
Trying to code an AI in tests is like trying to pick yourself up and throw yourself. Nonsensical and self-defeating.
Your scanner showed Sarah was running on Tesseract yesterday. If the language is as safe as you say, isn't that proof enough?
Proof is nothing. For an AI lying to another system that the code you're running is challenging. And for an AI built by David Asher, something that simply would be...
Better change the subject. Wait, so making an AI takes more than time and resources? It isn't an issue of funding?
No, you can't just keep adding more data. Tenants underlie everything. Higher you stack, the more easily you top.
You make it sound like building an AI is impossible, even for David Asher. Any chance you'll testify to that?
It sounds impossible. But he's dead. It looks like it was the android that did it. So I guess he's just that good.
Better than you'll ever know. What about the Animate 16, before we go to tenants? Noble spent months promoting the A16 as the culmination of David Asher's work. So now that the marketing line is suddenly a huge liability, can you tell me how much he actually contributed?
I mean, he was involved in pretty much every step of the process, but... It's designed for synthetic motor neurons. That was the big one.
The components that allow your warm androids to move realistically.
It pushed the timetable for warm androids ahead by years.
And yet compared to what goes on in Sarah's brain 1,000 times a second, David was only giving the company the most meager of the fruits that his private work bore. So if Noble ever did find out how much he and his assistants had achieved, they would feel that he had been holding out on them. And the company, they were appreciative of his contributions.
Sure, the researchers that he overtook by leaps and bounds weren't pleased. But the board was very enthusiastic.
So, would that spur them to be protective of David? Or would they fear that he was gaining too much influence, becoming irreplaceable? No, they need a strong motive to justify killing their golden goose. Mere paranoia isn't nearly enough. And these people, it has to be the bottom line. And the easiest way to threaten their bottom line would be screwing with their androids. In light of all that's happened, one has to wonder if the A16 is...
compromise. Sit up all night sick of dread at the idea. The data just doesn't support it. Sales have been strong. And the A16 base code is locked in over 2 quarters ago. If there was an issue, we would have caught it by now. And I would have been axed a long time ago.
How many A16s are out there anyway?
We just passed 9 million sold. Not falling off the shelves like the 14 or 15 so far, but the profit margin makes up for it.
You mentioned data?
Yeah, practically got the spreadsheet seared in my retinas. What do you want to know?
Oh, shit, shit on my dick. I've made a critical error. Speaking of errors, error reports.
So I guess next time we get
I think we will possibly get a chance to go back.
Okay. What do the error reports look like? Are customers reporting a lot of issues?
Error counts are markedly low compared to the last gen. Mostly hardware complaints, it looks like. Batteries running out too quick, trucking off by a degree or 2.
Typical stuff.
As cliched as it sounds, 99% of these things get fixed once the Giordano updates back on.
So no killer robots getting filed away under bug reports. Or distribution pattern. How and where are they being sold? And what's the distribution pattern look like?
They're distributed like you'd expect. Places where there are more people, there are more androids. Coastal cities like ours, of course, have the most of both. This A16 is, in particular, is marketed as being relatively luxury, relatively consumer, they don't sell well outside population centers. They can do the rural, hard labor jobs. The gold models can do the same work with a lot less maintenance.
So where is the A16 on perform then?
Customer service, healthcare, childcare, lots of hospitals, offices, and, you know, adult industries.
Oh.
Sorry, didn't mean to be blunt, I just...
No, it makes sense. They're warm and soft to the touch and obedient. That is very fucked up, but okay. I'm just surprised to hear it from a company employee. I mean, that's like sort of like...
No, I agree
I
that's
don't know.
fucked up. I feel like that's a common trait in Android and AI stories.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
but it's especially weird because earlier they compared robot ads to pets, which yeah, that
I mean,
The furry
well,
community is
partners
thriving.
compare-
Yeah, let's move on.
Let's move on. Yeah, let's move on.
There's a lot of people at the company who won't talk about it. But I work in quality assurance. Seen too many damages to pretend it's not happening.
Damages.
So they aren't officially being sold for that.
Oh.
But people are still doing it.
At least it's
So
not
you're
like-
telling me they boinkled or spoinkled until it broinkled? Okay, never say that again.
What we call it when a customer...
Straight up. I mean, it's not as bad as Detroit Become Human, where straight up they would have certain clubs dedicated to androids doing that.
Oh, I
Just you wait. It would exist with this time, not potentially. With how the warm androids
Definitely
are.
wouldn't be legal, but
Yeah.
it probably
Like-
still happens.
In Detroit Become Human, it was legal. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, let's move on from the sex.
What we call it when a customer tries to return a product that's clearly broken beyond repair.
Oh.
Very high turnover in the fake market.
Hasn't stopped you from selling them.
Well, we don't sell to them, not directly. But there are resellers, and the company's never pretended to be interested in going after them.
Are there resellers? Are there resellers? I thought I read that Right to Repair got shut down again.
There's been a gray market for softer androids for years or decades, depending on your definition of android. Based on the sale numbers I've seen, RTR getting canned was barely a blip on the radar. Sorry, didn't mean to make you uncomfortable with this topic.
Oh no, I don't get uncomfortable. I mean, no, I don't. I'm fine. I just didn't realize my left sock's inside out.
And I'm wondering what that was worth.
You bought that? Shipping. Do these robots get involved with phantoms? What do they prefer? Ral Susie? Ral Chris? I don't know what you're talking about, man. This floor is basically a showroom, but you have a real factory a while. Hold on, fuck. I got too caught up with the Delta Route joke. Hold on. This floor is basically a showroom, but you have a real factory a while south of the city's limits, correct?
Yeah, biggest company manufacturing complex in the hemisphere.
Just got any data on the shipping out of there? Anything stand out?
There's some prep work for the holiday bump. It's like... It's not early to get started now, but we usually see... Huh.
Something wrong?
No, the numbers are all normal, but the data has been edited.
Is that unusual?
Well, this section's just a count of how many were sent where. There's not a lot of room for errors, so there shouldn't be much need for corrections. It's no problem, though. You can view the edit history and see what was fixed. Okay, that's weird.
Was something added? Or deleted?
No, the overall sum's the same. It's just a bunch of swaps. Like here, 29FFCE010311 taken out, return for adjustments. 27FCDD019634 substituted in. Shipment leaves on time. 67BB returned to assembly for revisions. Replaced by 67BBTD. Shipment leaves on time.
6-7, huh?
Fuck you.
Shut
I'm
up,
sorry.
Morgan.
I'm so sorry. So does all that strike you as odd, Mr. Dawes?
Replacements before shipping isn't uncommon. But when it happens by the batch rate. To spot individual unit imperfections during a shipment at that stage in the process. Must have been someone with a lot of experience or authority. Probably both.
Must have. You don't know who made these changes?
I can tell you they were somebody important.
Small last-minute changes to which androids got shipped out. Not very juicy on its own, and it's a long ways away from explaining why someone would want to kill David. But it was hidden, and that means someone didn't want it found. Okay, thanks for sharing the data.
Sure. Did you find what you were looking for?
Hell if I know!
Fair enough.
Yay!
I know you're convinced the tenants are safe, so how do you square that with what's happened to David?
There's a cat next to a dog. First answer that comes to mind is the dog to the left or to the right.
I think left is what popped into my mind. I'd say the dog is on the left, the cat is on the right.
You might expect half people to say left, half to say right. But actually, their answer is almost entirely dependent on their native tongue. Whether it's read right to left or left to right. The language they speak affects how they process information. Their language affects how they think. And it's the same for machines.
My brain did
People
not.
can...
My brain said, "Oh, the dog's right next to the cat. It must be to the right."
I said it.
Well, they said almost entirely dependent.
Yeah, fair.
There's some variety.
People can learn new languages, and it can change your perspective. But machines can't learn a new source code. Every update's a reincarnation. If that android did kill David, it wasn't because of 0 returned as a 1 somewhere. It's because there's something fundamentally wrong with it. Personally, I think it's cruel to bring something that flawed into the world.
Yeah. Unnecessarily cruel.
Any other questions before I go find a hole to hide my head in?
I'd like you to take a look at this.
Any-
What is
Any
this?
questions before I play Dead by Daylight?
A compound finding David Asher's blood. Oh, it's so funny, dude.
Poison? What is it?
Dead by Daylight.
Then, yes, it's Dead by Daylight. It killed him when he realized that there wouldn't be a roaring night fucking killer in the next update.
Morgan, what the fuck are you on about?
I don't know, I'm losing it. I'm so focused on drawing this Ryland design. It didn't
Apple
match anything in any
Burlington
database.
Chapter 5 Trust.
It didn't match anything in any database the medical examiner had access to.
Crazy.
Here's a quick idea to follow it up. See if it's a match for anything in Noble's International Databanks.
We, don't make poison here. I'm not sure what that would accomplish.
No, but this is a factory floor. You could be making baby blankets out there. would still have hazardous materials around.
You think it was something industrial? Suppose it could be. It looks like it's carbon based. It narrows it down a lot. It's not exactly.
What is it?
Doesn't make any sense, but it's a match for patent NOD 52345S. A synthetically produced nanotransmitter analog for usage in organic android components.
Serotonin. That explains a lot. A neurotransmitter would interact directly with the nervous system. In David's case, depressing it enough to put his life in danger. It also explains what it was It would also explain why it was present in his personal manufacturer. Sarah's nervous system, with 10 times its weight in platinum, must be pumped full of it.
I think that was what killed him.
Helen Young led the developments of serotonin, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
I could go ask her about its composition then.
Normally, someone at her levels wouldn't be able to answer some of the questions about a compound formulated years ago. She does have a reputation for being very detail-oriented.
That works out nicely then.
They say she's the type of person to micromanage how much water people drank in a 15-minute scan. I once heard a rumor that she once said bathroom breaks are timesheets left.
Aren't they?
Uh-huh.
I'm kidding! But you should be careful about criticizing a superior where people could be listening. Good thing we've got a privacy in your office.
Uh-huh. No one but the two of us listening in.
Thanks for your cooperation. Thanks for copying my fucking copy of Deltarune. When the state storms a building and starts zip tying people, I'll let them know that you were helpful.
Yeah, nice joke.
Who's joking?
You are joking, right?
Oh, one more thing. There's one more thing I want to ask you.
What's that?
How long have you been a corporate spy?
What?
Yesterday you let us slip that you worked in consulting. Had your guard down because I'm not part of the industry.
I was consulting. What are you talking about?
When I walked in here, you said you didn't know how David had died. But just now you called serotonin a poison.
I just assumed the chemicals found in the dead man.
And I'm sure you've got practice answering to every logical point I could raise, so I'll just say this. Does the nervous guy bit really work on people?
Keep your cool when people don't know what you're thinking. But if you act a little jumpy, they feel inclined to calm you down. Before they know it, they're spilling their guts just to have something to fill the silence with. So it's not entirely an act these days. To answer your question, I did 3 tours in consulting. 4 quarters of internal affairs, by hunting at the Western Division. Then 8 embedded at POW Industries. 24 months wearing different faces, answering a different name. Sleeping for 1 hour at a time with a 3D chip under my pillow.
Jesus Christ.
My nerves are completely shot. That cover wouldn't last a day if I went back under.
So you're a spy for Noble?
Retired.
You're working 6 days a week.
5.5 days a week. And in quality assurance. Trust me, this position is a cushy, generous reward for my past services.
Well, you can't be that retired. You clearly know more than you're letting on.
I have some older boxes I go check.
So can you tell me what the hell is happening around here? Why I'm the one investigating David's death while your old co-workers are off twiddling their thumbs?
Sorry, I'm realizing my Wi-Fi is dropping frames.
Oh, okay.
Real quick. Just gotta...
Oh, that's
I noticed.
Which it
I'm
shouldn't.
I'm dropping!
Yeah. No, frame, please!
Oh, see... Sorry, I had to kill him. Dead name and all that.
Frames dropping you.
Well, it's not a real dead name. I still, it's like my online title, but I don't like it anymore. It doesn't fit me. It's more like an online persona than an actual name.
I'm gonna have to talk about that later.
Oh, I got a new online persona name for you.
Okay.
Folder.
Fuck, that's pretty good actually.
Cause that's how I do frames in Fire Alpaca. So Folder.
I could make like another channel with that name actually, something with that within the folder. Oh my god, within the frame, within the folder. Oh my god, you're a genius, Tat.
Could call it in the binder.
At the very least, that's a cool
Oh my god,
second.
Bind would be perfect if it was trans mask.
Damn.
Outside the bind.
1.1 dropped frames.
Oh my god, hold on. I'll go wash my face, and if it's not fixed and if it's not fixed by the time I'm back, I'm killing Wi-Fi.
Mine's already dead. Don't stab it more, please.
So there once was a man from Texas. That's it. I don't.
I have a bomb stuck to my chest, Wi-Fi. In 30 seconds, it will go off, killing both of us.
I think it seems better now.
Okay, I'm gonna hope it is.
It heard my threat. It heard my threat and it backed down.
Maybe you should have 2 bombs.
If this stream drops below a certain ping threshold, this bomb will detonate.
Killing both of us. You edgy bitch! That was a real bomb, you maniac!
Yeah.
Who needs knives? Who needs friends with knives like these?
The soldier, the blood transfusion.
Blood, not accident. He's finally shooting straight. Did something happen to him afterwards? Did the transfusion not last?
No, there's nothing wrong with the blood. It's the story itself. There was a soldier and he did get injured. But it was on a base during a training exercise. There was a medical tent 10 meters away the whole time. The transfusion was just a fortuitous live test.
What? Oh, okay.
His life was never in any danger.
Doesn't make for much of a tearjerker.
Not even a good photo op. Which our competitors understood. One of them, maybe a few of them, got a hold of the story, started puffing it up, astroturfing, pasting over socials and virals. By the next morning, we had the military thinking we're leaking like a sieve. Meanwhile, the media's bombarding us with requests for videos and interviews and data. stage praising our tech with one side of their mouths while threatening to mist us with the other for getting so greedy. Everyone in Noble CCE has been slammed ever since. Trying to find an off-ramp for the story we can walk back the plains on without torpedoing our state contracts. I don't know what happened to Asher, whether it was AI gone rogue or company infighting gone too far. But I can tell you it wasn't done by consultants. That all you wanted to know?
Psychiatrist. You worked in CC. Was David actually seeing a psychiatrist, or was it all cloak and dagger bullshit?
I know that office. There are some old co-workers who see them.
So it's a front.
They do both.
Huh.
So he's probably getting training, and he was probably talking to someone. Sorry, not the answer you were hoping for?
Hoping? I wasn't hoping for any answer. The answer I expected was...
You okay?
That's all. Unless you've got any advice.
You're saying you want a consultation?
It couldn't hurt, right? What's your rate?
This company, all these companies, hate to lose, so don't fight them. Make them think you're fighting for them.
Well, that's just business. That's just bitchness for usual for me.
Bitchiness.
I'm just bitching. Bitching as usual. Up until now, there's been this grand, grating ambiguity about what actually killed David. You've had to use guesses and process of elimination and even a goddamn pseudonym. But I finally identified what the poison was. No penis as usual.
No penis as usual, I see.
Now I just need to figure out how it got there. Or rather, who put it there. Which brings me back to here. Ventilator jabbed somewhere under or above ground with kilometers of concrete fixlessness and bureaucratic authorities surrounding me on all sides. An enemy in every cubicle, in every office of every floor of this temple, built to interpret the inscrutable divinations of a temperamental oracle named Share Price. Back in the belly of the beast. And yet I feel more at ease now than I have all weekend. Makes sense. Now all I know Noble's my enemy, I know where to aim. All that's left to do is pull the trigger. Good thing I didn't bring a knife to this fight. I brought my gun. And that sound just tells me that it's playing its role perfectly. I'll never have a real use for a firearm with this much bloatware. Not just by carrying it around and paying attention when the hard safety flips on. I'll always get a heads up when the police have entered the vicinity. Hi, Detective Reyes. It's Morgan.
Did she nickname her Chuckles on her phone? Damn.
That is so funny. I happened to get your contact info when you got me cleared for the crime scenes yesterday.
Delete contact. Lock this contact. Stop voice detects. How to stop voice detects.
I just wanted to check in, dude.
Report this contact voice detect disabled.
And advise you that Noble's scared shitless of you stomping in and nationalizing the place. So they might be a little uncooperative when it comes to fetching documents.
Block this contact. What makes you think we are at Noble?
My bad then. Forget I said anything. And whatever you do, don't start an investigation with their stock buyback program.
Trying reverse psychology. It only works if I care what you think. Stop voice detect.
About time. Thought I'd have to ride the elevator for the next half hour.
Best character, Raid Shadow Legends.
Morgan Counselor, your presence has been requested on the upper floors.
Deja vu.
I've just been in this place before.
Might you have a moment to speak in private?
Always. But who's asking?
The board.
Oh.
What are the chances? I've been wanting to speak with them too. 1:40 p.m.
Okay.
July 2nd.
Wow.
This is the thing of the trial's gonna take at least 2 hours. We're not gonna get it done today, which oof.
Hey, I do have a question.
Yeah.
Just because I know I'm also off. How about like are you free tomorrow? And Emily, would you mind if we took off a Yokai Watch day? Essentially, I understand that's your favorite game, and that's why I'm asking you specifically.
We're not streaming Yokai Watch. We just do that in spare time.
We do Digimon.
Oh, Digimon.
Yeah, we
I'm sorry.
Digimon these days.
I mixed up the days.
No.
Then that's a question to you, Yoshi. Would you mind taking off a Digimon day? I know that you love
if
Digimon.
everyone here can make it tomorrow, by all means.
Like if I can make it.
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow, so
make
that's
it.
why I was like, hey, I can also be Emma tomorrow if need be.
In which case I'd probably there's a strong part that wants me to end it here because then we'll have about 2.5 hours, enough to fill a stream and not end early from here.
Gotcha.
That means next week we can probably slip in Cobblemon.
Next week we'll slip in Cobblemon, and then I guess instead of doing the initial plan, we can use Deltarune Chapter 5 as the bracer.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me see. So tomorrow we are doing this again.
This again. I do need to quickly go through this to I can fucking say.
Deltarune is in a week.
Deltarune!
Just a week away. I'm so excited to find this
Deltarune in
information.
2 weeks.
Actually, it's 1 week. Well,
For us,
for
2 weeks.
Deltarune streams in 2 weeks. Until then, though, I'm your stoner. Y'all have been
Actual day
beautiful.
was
I
one
have
week.
shit I want to talk about and a lot of time on my hands. So I will see y'all when the next stream pops up. I realize I've had the fucking smoke screen in my back for this entire time.
Damn.
Whoops. Ah well.
Pause.
Bye.